Open up the piano and let's play the chords of the song If I Got Jesus by Ben Fuller. This is how it will sound when you have completed this tutorial. If I got Jesus, I've got all that I could ever need. Take the world away from me and I'll be okay. If I got Jesus, there's a hope that's living deep inside, a joy that I could never hide, and a safe place to fall. If I got Jesus, I've got it all. There's a total of 6 chords for this song. This song is in the key of A flat major. A flat major, I have a B flat, E flat, A flat, and a D flat. Okay, so I have a total of 4 flats in this song. The first chord that we are using for this song is a D flat major. I'm going to put my thumb on A flat, our finger 3 on D flat, and then our finger 5 on F. Left hand, I'm going to activate D flat. This chord is a D flat major. We're going to move on to the next chord. We have an A flat major where our right hand thumb remains on A flat, finger 2 activate on C, finger 4 activate on E flat. Now our left hand will shift up to A flat. This is our A flat major. Next chord we have a F minor where our A flat remains as well, finger 2 on C still, but our finger 5 is on F. Okay, A flat, C, F. And then our left hand gonna move down to F. Now this is our F minor. And then we have our E flat major. We're going to move our right hand thumb to G, finger 2 put on B flat, finger 4 put on E flat, and then left hand shift down to E flat. This is our E flat major. Next chord we have our C major. We're going to put our thumb remain on G, finger 3 on C, and finger 5 on E. G, E, G, C, E, left hand on C. Now this is a borrowed chord because in the key of A flat major you're supposed to have a E flat major, but in the bridge the band Fuller decided to have a C major instead. Okay, so we have a C chord, the normal C chord for this song, and lastly towards the end of the bridge we have a D flat minor. Previously, just now when you were playing your D flat minor, we have an A flat, D flat, and an F. Left hand is a D flat. Now to change to D flat minor, we're going to shift F down to F flat. Okay, so yes, this is the 6 chords for the song. Learning this song and want to go further? I've got a full piano resource waiting for you. From chord sheets, piano scores, practice plans, MP3 tracks, and even a goal checklist. It's all up on my Patreon, so come grab it and level up your playing. Now, playing pattern for a full bar is going to be a both, right, right, right. And then the playing pattern for a half bar is going to be a both and right. Now in the chord sheet, I have indicated half for those chords that need to be played just 2 times, half a bar. Okay? So let's start with the introduction. I have a total of 2 chords, D flat to A flat, D flat to A flat. So before the singer starts singing, we kind of have a D flat major. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 bar of A flat. 1 bar of D flat again. And then 1 bar of A flat. So that's for the introduction. Now let's move on to the verse. I have a D flat major. I've had a D flat major. Dollar to my name. I've had A flat. Friends that walked away. And I've D flat. Even lost myself a time, or A flat 2. There were D flat, breaches, cross and burn, but through all the F minor wreckage I have learned, there is D flat, one thing that I can never lose, E flat. If I got. Let's play verse 1, smoothly ready. 1, 2, 3. I've had a dollar to my name. I've had friends that walked away. And I've even lost myself a time or 2. There were breaches, cross and burn, but through all the wreckage I have learned. There is one thing that I can never lose. If I got. Let's move on to our chorus. If I got A flat, Jesus. I've got half a bar of D flat, all that I could. Half a bar of A flat, ever need. Half a bar of D flat again. Take the world half a bar of A flat away from me. And E flat, I'll be okay. If I got A flat, Jesus. That's a half a bar of D flat. Hope that's living. Half a bar of A flat deep inside. Half a bar of D flat. Joy that I could. Half a bar of A flat. Never high. And a E flat. Safe place to fall. If I got half a bar of D flat, Jesus. Half a bar of E flat. I got it all. One bar of D flat. And one bar of A flat. Let's try chorus. Smoothly ready. 1, 2, 3. If I got Jesus, I've got all that I could ever need. Take the way away from me, and I'll be okay. If I got Jesus, there's a hope that's living deep inside, a joy that I could never hide, and a safe place to fall. If I got Jesus, I got it all. D flat, 2, 3, and change to A flat. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Let's move on to verse 2. I've seen D flat, weakness turn to strength. I've seen A flat, failures met with grace. And it's D flat, not from what I've done, it's Christ in me. A flat, a Mary. D flat, go I can't explain. Oh, his F minor, given me his name. I'm the D flat, richest man that I could ever be. E flat. Then we go to chorus. If I got Jesus. Let's try verse 2. Smoothly ready. 1, 2, 3. I've seen weakness turn to strength. I've seen failures met with grace. And it's not from what I've done, it's Christ in me. 2, 3. A miracle I can't explain. Oh, he's given me his name. I'm the richest man that I could ever be. If I got Jesus. Let's move on to our chorus 2. Really similar to chorus 1. However, at the last line, instead of having a D flat and an A flat, we're going to have just a A flat. So let's try chorus 2 smoothly. Ready? 1, 2, 3. If I got Jesus, I've got all that I could ever need. Take the world away from me, and I'll be okay. If I got Jesus, there's a hope that's living deep inside, a joy that I could never hide. E flat, safe place to fall. If I got D flat, Jesus. E flat, I've got it. Oh, A flat. 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's a change. So instead of a D flat to A flat, we just go straight to D flat after a D flat, E flat. Okay? So yeah, so that's all for chorus 2. Let's move on to our bridge. Now we have a new chord, F minor. Okay, so F minor, half a bar, F minor. Someday that, half a bar, D flat. Trumpet's gonna sound, half a bar, A flat. Half a bar, C. And the half a bar, F minor. King of heaven will How about D flat? Right upon the. How about A flat? Clouds coming down. How about C? How about F minor again? Hit my knee. So how about E flat? Lord, that sings my one bar of D flat. So I'm going home. And then we have a D flat minor. We're going to close our finger 5 from F, go down to F flat. Okay, so I'm going home if I've got Jesus. Then we move on to our chorus 3. That's the last chorus. So for our last chorus, the last line is being repeated. So instead of going back to an A flat, we're going to go to the 6th chord, and that's the F minor chord. Okay, so let's try for our last chorus smoothly. Let's just do it together. If I got Jesus, I've got all that I could ever need. Take the world away from me, and I'll be okay. If I got Jesus, there's a hope that's living deep inside, a joy that I could never hide, and a safe place to fall. If I got Jesus, E flat, I've got it all. This part we're gonna go F minor. 1, 2, 3. If I got, how about D flat again? Jesus, E flat, I've got it all. Ho, and done. Okay, and lastly for the outro, D flat, 1 bar, 2, 3, 4, A flat, 1 bar. Coming to an ending, half a bar of D flat, 1 and 2, half a bar of E flat, 1 and 2, and then we're gonna end on A flat major 1 time. And this marks the end of the song If I Got Jesus. Hi there, thanks for watching. Hope this tutorial added value to your music journey. Now put what you have learned into practice with our practice jamming track video link above. If you enjoy this content, please like and subscribe for more music tutorials. We'll see you in the next video, and we'll continue to make music and learn together.